So just a little musing about why we're starting now. I mean, it's breeding season. These does are going to freshen as yearlings. They're about 50 pounds now. So because of that, we want to start getting them used to coming into milk. And the very latest I've ever started this process is about 6 weeks before kidding, because I'll take these girls all off grain when we're dried up in a couple of months, and then we'll get them going again, you know, just slightly before they kid. So when that happens, these girls, because I'm starting now, they're going to remember what it was like to come in the milk room and to come up on the milk stand. And then they'll have 6 weeks of practice of that before we actually start doing any milking. And I know people think like, wow, that's a lot of time, or it's time consuming to do this kind of training, but in the long run, it's going to really save you a ton of time and frustration to have them willing participants in your milking scheme. And right now, since I'm still milking 3 does, it's not taking me any extra time. I'm just doubling them up with the does that are in there. So I really encourage everyone to start training their juniors as early as possible to have a really good result when you decide it's time to start milking them. Because I think the biggest mistake people make is, you know, not touching their doe or bringing it into the milk room or getting it used to anything, and then the babies are 6 weeks old and they decide they're going to separate them and milk the does, and then they have a big old mess on their hands because that doe thinks that milk is for her babies, not for you. So if you start early, get them used to the handling part, then when you are actually milking, it's going to be a much smoother process. But I think I'll keep up with these videos over the next couple of days until I have these junior girls up on the milk stand, and then we'll practice locking their head in just in case I ever need to do that. Then they're not worried about it, and then they'll be good to go for a refresher next spring before they kid.